say 3-0? I think I meant twice as much as that. 6-0. Oh my gosh. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is my Millwall review and let's get into it. Oh my gosh, what a game it was. What a way to sign off on the FA Cup at the Lane. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So many people didn't agree with my 3-0 preview and boy, we just doubled that. It's absolutely amazing. I'm actually really happy because 6 is my favourite number, and at some point I wasn't sure we're going to get 6 goals, especially at 5-0. I thought we really should have got it for Sonny's hat-trick and it was so amazing that it happened, but I'm getting carried away with myself. I'll try to take it step by step this time because there's a lot to talk about. I got to say, the game not only lived up to my expectations, it totally exceeded them. A brilliant atmosphere and a brilliant performance from Spurs. We created loads of chances and really nice ones as well. We created tons of space and Millwall couldn't trouble us whatsoever. The atmosphere was amazing, it was brilliant to celebrate 6 goals at the Lane. It was just truly a perfect way to say goodbye to the Lane and win the FA Cup. I got to say, one favourite chant which was brilliant once we were, God knows how many goals up, and we were singing Que sera, sera, whatever will be, we're going to Wembley. And then Millwall suddenly started singing Que sera, sera, whatever will be. And I think the whole crowd was just quiet and we were like, what's going on? Why are they singing that? And they sang, we're going to Shrewsbury. How brilliant was that? The whole crowd absolutely appreciated it. We applauded them. It was perfect banter. That's quality banter right there. Well done, Millwall. I'm really happy that I could experience that because that is the sort of football banter I like. Our lineup was maybe a tad weaker than what I expected, but I think it actually perfectly suited the situation. It was nice to see that we could rotate enough. It was lovely to see Son start, and obviously he got a hat-trick, which is absolutely brilliant. He really deserved it. He played really well in the game, and it was lovely to see him get a hat-trick. It was lovely to see Eriksson get on the score sheet, and Ali, and of course Janssen finally scored his first goal from open play, and boy did we appreciate it. Eriksson, who was obviously not in the starting lineup, but was quickly introduced after Harry's injury, that's probably the only downside of the day. And it seemed like a pretty serious one. It seemed similar to the one he suffered at Sunderland, so he's definitely out for Southampton and probably even longer than that. It was lovely to see we took the game seriously. We started sharp right from the get-go, really fast, pacey movements, quick passing, creating loads of space, really sharp, and we could have had loads of chances even before the first goal. I guess that's what's surprising, that it actually took us half an hour to score first goal, but don't take anything away from it. Eriksson's shot was lovely and precise and it was perfectly timed as well. The reserve goalkeeper Tom King definitely got tested throughout the game. He looked somewhat shaky, which we saw in the last goal he conceded as well. It would have been a different scoreline in my opinion for sure if Jordan Archer would have been playing, but hey, that's the end of the day, I'm not complaining. Moving on to Sonny's goal, it seemed like a lovely build-up play, really fast-paced build-up play, and then Son got the ball out on the right, and it seemed like his first touch wasn't the best. It seemed like the ball got caught up underneath him, he drifted out to the wide, and we thought it slowed down the movement a bit, but then he just cut back inside. The defender stayed off from him, he didn't challenge him enough, didn't put any pressure on him, and he just curled it with his left foot right past the goalkeeper into the back of the net, and an absolutely sensational goal. It was absolutely brilliant. Right before half time, or like a few minutes before half time, it was absolutely perfect. What a lovely goal. Two more things I wanted to note from the first half. One of them was Wanyama's heading crossbar challenge. Jokes aside, that header was so lovely. I really thought it was going to end up in the back of the net. It's such a shame that it hit the crossbar. And of course, Ali's penalty claim, I thought, and watching the replays afterwards, it was an obvious shirt pulling, but the referee thought otherwise. In the end of the day, I guess at 6-0, we can't really complain about these sort of things. I was just surprised at the time. We weren't awarded a penalty. On to the second half now. We extended our lead pretty quickly with a lovely pass from Trippier, well-timed pass over to Sonny, who was watching the ball throughout the whole time in the air, over his shoulder, and he struck it first time on the volley, straight past the goalkeeper and into the back of the net, and that gave us 3-0. Our fourth goal was just a lovely team move, eventually from Trippier to Eriksson, who passed it through the defence of Millwall to the arriving Dele at the back post, who just slotted it into the back of the net, and it was just a perfect way to sum up the way we play and a lovely passing move. At that point in the game, it was really nice to see Sissoko and Janssen getting some much needed game time, which also resulted in our fifth goal. Sissoko drive through the midfield, who passed it on to Son, held up the ball until Janssen found some lovely space in the penalty box, passed it to him, he slotted it home into the bottom corner with his left foot, resulting in his first goal from open play. It was lovely to see how all his teammates immediately rushed over to him, hugged him, congratulated him, and the whole crowd as well. We were so overjoyous. I could feel, not a tension necessarily, but it was just a huge amount of relief that he's done it. We scored, we were so happy for him. We immediately started singing his name. It was brilliant to be a part of that and to experience it. It's just what this football club is all about, really, and I'm so proud to be and so happy to be a part of that. Janssen afterwards looked even more confident on the ball. He should have had the second goal with an amazing header, only to be denied by Tom King. All the game was really missing is for Son to get a hat-trick, and it happened in stoppage time. A bit of a mistake from the goalkeeper, but it's nonetheless something Son totally deserved, and I'm really happy he got his hat-trick. His first ever hat-trick for the club, which is brilliant. Hopefully this will mean he will take home many more match balls. An obvious man of the match shout is definitely Son for his hat-trick, and I don't want to take anything away from him. I think Winks had an amazing game. He had a lovely shot in the second half which just went past the top corner, but in all round he just played really well. I think there's a very interesting statistic I read on Twitter. He attempted 99 passes, out of which 97 were completed, out of which 71 were all forward passes. His forward thinking mentality is brilliant. As I said before, 6 is my favourite number, so the scoreline means a lot to me, but it's also very important for the club. This is our biggest win under Pochettino, and it just shows how much we've come and what a way to progress into the semi-finals. The last thing I wanted to talk about really are just the individual players. Vorm didn't have much to do. I think Millwall had roughly around 4 shots, none of them were on target. So for a team who were actually on a pretty good run, they didn't cause much trouble, as I kind of expected, although lots of people thought otherwise. Our back three did well. Toby covered the ground really well, and it was nice to see Jan and Dyer venture forward, especially in the second half. I think Trippier had an okay game. He made a few mistakes in the first half, but he made up for it in the second half with that lovely pass to Son, and he participated in Ali's goal as well, and all round he was fine. He hasn't played in a while, so it was nice to see him get some game time. I think Davies is looking better and better. Obviously he wasn't tested much here, but it was just nice to see him obviously improving a lot, especially now with Danny still out. Moving on to our midfielders, it's nice to see Wanyama put in an amazing performance once again. He could have scored some himself. Hopefully next time. It was lovely to see him score some goals. And as I said before, I think Winks played really well, which is something we've been able to say a lot this season, and that's absolutely amazing. Credit goes to him for putting in all the work during the training, and obviously to the coaching staff who've done an amazing job with him. Obviously Kane went off very early in the game, so Eriksen came on. Eriksen, Son and Dele were all absolutely amazing up front. Son obviously got a hat-trick, and the other two also scored and assisted. It was just a brilliant all-round performance. I think Eriksen again picking the pockets and just running the game. Son finding space, and Ali also making some lovely runs. It just worked really well up front. It's really important that we scored as much as we did, and also who scored our goals, because it seems like Kane's injury won't be some slight knock. It will kind of last for a few weeks, and it will be important to get goals from elsewhere. I think this is it for my review. It's a bit different this time, a bit more structured, but I'm also a bit more in the mood. I just really wanted to get it out because I'm still buzzing from yesterday. It was such an amazing experience, and I couldn't be more grateful to actually be there and experience that. It was absolutely brilliant. I can't talk about our semi-final yet because the draw hasn't been made, so definitely know down in the comments below once we do know that and what your thoughts are on that. Also, let me know who you thought your man of the match was. If you don't feel like commenting but you enjoyed the video, then please leave a massive thumbs up. It means a lot to me. If you want to see more content from me, then hit the subscribe button down below, and hopefully I will see you in the future. Bye!